In this next tutorial, I will be showing you how to add a multi-layered lift to your level. So basically what this means, as you can see here, is I have my base level, and if I go up a level, basically I just have some floor there, so it's the ceiling to my base level, and then I can go up one more level, which will bring me to my final room here. So basically there's a level with nothing in it that's just sitting there. So what I want to do is have an elevator go from the very bottom all the way up to the top here. So what I'm going to do is go to my base floor here, and of course we need to add a new segment. So our library panel, we click on segments and add new segment. Again, in sci-fi and scenery near the bottom, because I want my elevator to start at the bottom, I'll have to choose lift base with a platform and say OK. And I just left click wherever I want it. Now again, we'll have to add the doors later on, but that's no big deal. Now if I go up a level by holding shift and scrolling downwards with my mouse wheel here, what I'm going to have to do is add a lift tube, which causes basically our elevator to keep going through the tube to this part of our segment. So I'm going to have to go back over and add a new segment, scroll down to the bottom, find the lift tube, which is located right here in sci-fi and scenery, click OK to add it to our library, and then just basically place it directly on top of the last segment we placed there. So what we have, if you look to the side here, is our base segment followed by our lift tube, and then if we go up one more level, we're going to have to add finally the lift top to this. So if we go over to our library panel, click add new segment, scroll down to the bottom, the very same place as always, click on lift top and say OK, and then finally left click to put it directly on top of this. So basically we have three lift components. We have the base, the tube, and the top. Now like I said before, we're just going to go ahead and add the door segment. So I'm going to add a new segment. I'm going to choose the control room automatic here. Just left click on my two places here, get down to our lower one. One thing you can do with lift tubes, which is cool, or what I think is cool at least, is I'm going to add a new segment. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of our scenery here, and what I'm going to do is look for a window. I'm going to choose window large here and say OK to add it to our library, and I can put some windows into this lift tube. Now what I like to do, because I don't like these windows to break, is I'm going to hit N on our keyboard or use the toolbar to go into our entity mode, and then I'm going to right click, if I can, on our window here, and basically because I don't want it to be destroyed, I'm going to scroll down to our strength, which is basically the life of our window, and set it to 0. If you look at the bottom, 0 indicating invulnerability, so basically it can't be hurt by anything. So I'm going to apply those changes. So basically when the player goes in this lift here, if he had a gun, he would not be able to shoot out this window. You can have them shoot it out, makes it a little more real, but I prefer just to have it kind of like just a viewing area. So what I'm going to do for you is just save this file here in our sources in chapter 4. It will just be called lifts_layers.